What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, and finally it is over. No more fucking international football until March. Fuck international football, it's shite. The Nations League needs to die, it needs to be completely scrapped. Anyway, ran over. Manchester United are coming up against Ipswich Town away from home. Portman Road, 4:30 p.m. kickoff. Manager is Kieran McKenna, and this is going to be Ruben Amorim's I think that's how you say his name. I believe I've been saying it wrong, I'm not sure. But Ruben Amorim's first game in charge as Manchester United manager. After Erik ten Hag got sacked, Ruud van Nistelrooy took over for 4 games and he won 3 of them and he drew 1, leaving with a 75% win record. And now Ruben Amorim is here to take charge for Manchester United up until June 2027. So this is his first game in charge, and many Man United fans are kind of looking forward to it with regards to what he's going to bring. But like, we're looking for that new manager bounce. But for me, of course, I'm kind of trying to keep it a little bit balanced. I am looking forward to it, but I'm not going to get too excited because we have been in this position before in the, when we appoint a new manager and, a new promising manager comes in and we think things are going to turn and we might get, start challenging for the league or possibly win a Premier League title under this new manager. So I'm kind of just keeping it very balanced. I'm going to kind of see how Ruben Amorim's Manchester United perform in 10 Premier League games. Then I'll kind of give a verdict on whether I think it's going to be a sink or swim with regards to him. Hopefully it does work out, and because a lot of people are saying if it doesn't work out with Ruben Amorim, then they don't know what they're going to do. But we will wait and see. So Ipswich Town, they did get promoted to the Premier League this season. So this is their first season in the Premier League in a long time. I'm not sure if they have played in the first division before. I think they have. I'm not too sure on that. But they did get promoted from the Championship last season. They finished with a total of 96 points. They won 28. They drew 12 and they lost 6 in the Championship last season. They are the team that lost the least amount of games in the Championship last season. They finished 1 point behind Leicester City, who did go on to win the Championship last season. So I think they are a decent side, in terms of, I think, I'm not sure if they're going to... I did have them staying up in the Premier League this season, but they are currently 19th, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So in terms of insights for this match, Ipswich have lost 4 of their last 5 Premier League games against Manchester United, so they have played in the top flight before, my bad. They drew 1, so lost 4 and drawn 1 of the last 5, failing to score in each defeat. This is their first such meeting since a 1-0 home loss in April 2002. Manchester United have won their last away league game against Ipswich. Only once in their league history have they won consecutive visits to Portman Road, doing so in 1962-63 season. After their first Premier League win of the season last time out to Tottenham, Ipswich are looking to earn back-to-back wins in the competition for the first time since February 2002, a run of 4 that started with a 2-1 win against Tottenham. Manchester United have won 17 of their last 19 Premier League games against newly promoted opponents, drawing 2 of their 19 since a 4-1 loss at Watford in November 2021, and after that game against Watford, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did get sacked. Away from home, they have won their last 9 league games at promoted sides. In English top flight history, only Chelsea have won more 10 plus away matches in succession against such oppositions, 21 in a row from October 2002 to November 2008. Ipswich are the only side without a home win in the Premier League this season. Played 5, they've drawn 3 and they lost 2. Only 5 newly promoted sides have failed to win their opening 6 matches of a Premier League campaign, all of which went on to be relegated. Swinton Town in 1993-94 season, Crystal Palace in 1997-98 season, Norwich City in 2004-2005 season, Sunderland in 2005-2006, and Burnley in 2003-2004 season. So yeah, in terms of recent form for Ipswich, they are coming away with a very good win away from home at Tottenham. 2-1 they beat them before the international break. Before that, they did draw to Leicester City at home, which would have been disappointing for them. They would have been looking to pick up 3 points, especially at home, to a fellow promoted side, Leicester City. They did then lose to Brentford as well, away from home 4-3. They did also lose to Everton before that, and they lost to West Ham, and then they drew to Aston Villa before that. So they are coming away with only 1 win in their last 6 games, and that was against Tottenham. Not amazing form. They did actually win their first. They won their first league game of the season against Tottenham. But Tottenham, of course, did beat Manchester City at the Etihad 4-0 today. So that just goes to show, anyone can beat anyone in the Premier League. It's just one of them leagues. They currently sit 19th with 8 points. They've played 11, of course, won one game against Tottenham, of course, drawing 5, losing 5. They've scored 12 goals, conceded 22, and have a negative -10 goal difference. So in terms of opposition team news, Kieran McKenna's side are definitely without Ogbene, who had surgery at the end of October on an Achilles tear. Former England midfielder Calvin Phillips returns from suspension but needs to be assessed. And Nathan Broadhead and Wesley Burns could return after having had time during the international break to recover from minor groin problems. And Omari Hutchinson, with a heavily bruised foot, could be available to play a role, but striker George Hurst is out for a while. That's the team news for Ipswich. Let's have a look at their starting lineup. This is how I'm predicting Ipswich Town to line up with. So, obviously, you've got Murrick in net, Tuanzebe, O'Shea, Burgess, Davies making up the back four. Kajuste and Mose as the defensive midfielders. Johnson, Hutchison, and Skomazdics as the attacking midfielders. Then Delap up front. So usually he does like to deploy a 4-2-3-1. So in terms of their tactics in their low build-up phase, McKenna sets it side up in a 4-2-3-1 with the number 10 positioned slightly to the right of the left winger that comes inside. In the high build-up phase, when they are in the opposition half, they do switch to that 3-2-5 formation, which is very common right now in football. They usually rotate into this formation by pushing the left back into a left wing position and the right back as a the right back in as a centre back, the left winger into midfield, and having 4 central midfielders, 2 holding and 2 attacking, creates more options in the centre and less space between the players. And he likes to play through the middle as well. McKenna likes to create central overloads when attacking the opposition. Therefore, the Ipswich striker often drops deep during the build-up. They also like to try to find the attacking midfielders in the pockets. Their midfield numerical superiority usually means that at least one will be open. Dropping outside as well, the midfielders also find space by dropping outside the opposition midfield, the winger, who is positioned high and wide, pinning the opposition fullback and restricting his movement as well. So in terms of numerical advantages, another aspect of Ipswich is high build-up is their ability to create numerical advantages against the opposition's defensive line. Their front 5 naturally becomes a numerically superior against the back 4, which they are great at taking advantage of. So in terms of defending without possession, McKenna's side, they switch to that 4-2-3-1 and they like to sit in a compact defensive shape. The front 4 usually tilt to the right side and the left back coming in to support on the left side. So in the low press as well, Ipswich usually they do a 4-4-2 formation in that low press. They look to set up in a mid block as well, always trying to close the centre, forcing the opposition out wide, which is pretty standard in football. You don't want the opposition to be playing through the middle of you, which we saw under Erik ten Hag, Man United. The opposition slicing United open countless times. They like to squeeze the pitch when defending as well. Defensive transitions, positioning many players centrally creates a numerical advantage in midfield, of course, creates good conditions in defensive transitions, and also when they lose the ball, Ipswich Town, they have many players around the ball that can work towards regaining possession. So McKenna's team often regains possession directly after losing it as well. It can be a little bit risky sometimes as well, because the opposition can just play through you as well. So summary of the tactics: they like aggressive press as well, build out from the back. Two defensive midfielders to protect that back four. They play with a purpose. They want to control the game as well. They are brave and confident on the ball, and they have players who want to express themselves, especially the wingers there as well. So Starman, I think it's going to be Liam Delap, the striker. He's got 6 Premier League goals in 11 matches. So let's talk about Manchester United. So that's Ipswich Town done. Man United are coming away with a Premier League win before the international break against Leicester City, where we won 3-0, I think. I'm pretty sure it was 3-0, yeah. So it was a professional performance, 3 points, clean sheet. And that was Ruud van Nistelrooy's last game in charge. Ruud van Nistelrooy coming away, with a very good a record in terms of, he managed 4 games and then he won 3, only drawn that one game, that first game, I think, in that second game, against Chelsea. He won one win in the Europa League, 1 win in the League Cup, 1 win in the league, and then that draw in the league against Chelsea as well. So he did go undefeated in his 4 games that he was in charge. So Man United are coming away being unbeaten in their last 4 games after sacking Erik ten Hag. So things are looking decent in terms of recent form for United. In terms of injuries, I'm pretty sure Collier is out, Maguire is still out, Yoro, Shaw, Malacia are still out. Mainoo is also out, if I'm not mistaken as well. He was picture training, but I'm not sure if he's going to be fit enough to start. He may be on the bench. I do think that Yoro, Malacia and Mainoo could make the bench. Collier, Maguire and Shaw, I think they're not going to make the matchday squad. Maguire definitely, Collier probably isn't going to make the matchday squad, and Shaw was training, but I don't think he could make the matchday squad. I'm not sure with Luke Shaw. So yeah, Mount, Anthony and Ericsson are also, of course, back. They were on the bench recently for Ruud van Nistelrooy's last couple of games in charge. So let's have a look at Manchester United starting 11. This is who I would go with personally. Obviously, we're going to see Ruben Amorim play that 3-4-3 formation. De Ligt, Evans, Martinez, Dalot are making the back 3. De Ligt, Evans and Martinez making that back 3. Then Mazraoui making the right wing back position. Casemiro, Ugarte playing that double pivot. Then Dalot at left wing back. Then the front 3, I'm going with Fernandes, Bruno Fernandes, Højlund and Ahmad. Rashford a little bit unfortunate, and Garnacho a little bit unfortunate to miss out, but that's just the way it goes. This is who personally that I would go with. Personally, I wouldn't play Marcus Rashford and Garnacho, both of them together, maybe possibly one of them, but many people are putting out their predicted 11s. Honestly, we have no idea how Ruben Amorim is going to set up this Man United side. So that is very exciting to be looking forward to, how we are actually going to set up and play. We're looking, we're kind of getting excited. New era, new Amorim era. Let's see what happens. But in terms of Man United starting 11, that's who I would go with. Personally, I'm not sure if that suits our players the best. Maybe like a 3-5-2 formation, or maybe like a 3-4-1-2 formation where you've got a single number 10, Bruno Fernandes, playing behind 2 strikers. I think that could work out. Possibly Højlund and Rashford up front, then Bruno Fernandes behind in the number 10 position. But we'll see how Ruben Amorim sets up this Manchester United side. So I am looking forward to the game. International football is dead. Very boring. I didn't watch any international games. So Ruben Amorim's first Premier League game, first game for Manchester United in charge. Looking forward to it. So in terms of Man United star man, I am going to go with Ahmad. He's been playing really well the last couple of games. He's picked up a couple of goals and assists in the last couple of games under Ruud van Nistelrooy. So hopefully he does start. I think I really want Ahmad to start, especially if we're going with that 3-4-3 formation. Play Ahmad on that right wing or right inside 10 position. I think Ahmad has got that position locked down. I think on the right hand side, you got to play a right winger. I think Ahmad is better than Rashford and Garnacho on the right side. So Ahmad, for me, you have to play him in that position for me. So yeah, how do you beat them? Pace, power, strength, unpredictability, of course. I'm going to be keep saying that. Intensity, you got to win that midfield battle. I think Ugarte and Casemiro have shown a lot of promise playing as a double pivot together. I think they complement each other really well. I think, they did have a very good game against Leicester. So I'm looking for them to dominate that midfield. Stay patient as well. They're going to frustrate, I think, Ipswich Town. They're going to frustrate us. They're going to I think they're going to let us have the ball. And they're going to be looking to play on the break. So you got to keep the ball. They're going to frustrate, exploit the fullbacks as well. When they break, they're going to leave space in behind for the... they're going to leave space in behind them position so we can exploit that space as well. So score early as well. Finish your chances. I don't think we're going to have a problem in creating chances. Even under Erik ten Hag, I don't think we necessarily had a problem in creating chances, even against, games that we lost. Except for that Liverpool game and that Spurs game at home, I don't necessarily think we had a problem in creating chances. I do think our problem was defensively and out of possession. That 4-2-4 high press kind of killed us. And out of possession, we were just kind of too open and we weren't pressing as a team together. So if we are going to press, then I really want us to go as a team, stay compact, push that defensive line high up and squeeze them if we are going to high press like Ruben Amorim might want us to. But yeah, Ipswich Town haven't won a single home game this season. They've only won one league game all season. That was away at Tottenham, their last game. And to be honest, we should be winning this. And if we don't pick up all 3 points against Ipswich Town, then we might as well pack it in. Might as well get fucking relegated or some shit. Because honestly, if we don't pick up all 3 points against Ipswich, then, we're going to have a massive kind of back down to earth reality shock. It's not going to be good if we don't win tomorrow, because Ipswich Town, they're not a great side. One win all season in 11 Premier League games. We have to be beating them. So yeah, I am going for I'm feeling quite confident, even though I did say I'm going to wait for 10 Premier League games, see where we are at after 10 Premier League games, because I think that is a decent kind of proportion size to see how Ruben Amorim wants us to play, see how we're setting up, see how we're lining up, see our patterns of play and stuff, see what the manager wants us to do and how he wants us to play. I think 10 Premier League games is a decent indication with regards to kind of making that judgment. So, but I am feeling quite confident for tomorrow. So I am going for a 5-0 Manchester United win against Ipswich. I'm going for Højlund to score 2. I'm going for Ahmad to score 2. And I'm going for Bruno to score 1. And if you win this, then you are still in the then you go into the top half of the Premier League. We would be on 18 points in 10th position. So let's just quickly, before I end the video, let's have a quick look at the Premier League table and see where we are at. Let's pull that up right now. So here we are. Here's the Premier League table. Manchester United, they're in 12th position. We were previously 13th. I think Bournemouth lost today. Bournemouth did lose today. Is it still today? Yeah, it's still today. So I'm recording this pretty late, of course, because I've been busy doing other things and stuff. So Bournemouth did lose today, so they have a -1 goal difference, so they drop down to 13th. Manchester United are now in 12th position with 15 points. So we win tomorrow, we would move to 18 points. Depending on our goal difference, we would be on, and depending on, of course, if Newcastle lose to West Ham, then we could potentially move to 9th position in the Premier League tomorrow. So that remains to be seen. But if we do win tomorrow, then the very least we are going to be in 10th position. We would be ahead of Fulham. because Fulham also lost 4-1 to Wolves. So they have a 0-goal difference. We have a 0-goal difference as well. So we win tomorrow. The bare minimum that we would be finishing is going to be 10th at the end of match day 12 in the Premier League. So hopefully we do win tomorrow. Like I said, I am going for a 5-0 Manchester United win. I think Højlund scoring 2, Ahmad scoring 2, and Bruno Fernandes scoring 1. Hopefully we get the win tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the match. Looking forward to seeing Ruben Amorim's first Premier League game, first Man United game in charge as manager. Anyway, if you enjoyed this preview, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.